The collapse. You call normal. You are not overwhelmed because life is hard. You are overwhelmed because you are trying to control what was never yours to control. Every morning begins the same way. Your eyes open and your mind is already racing. Notifications, messages, deadlines, expectations. You imagine conversations that have not happened. You replay mistakes that cannot be undone. You anticipate disasters that may never exist. You worry about how others see you. You obsess over what you should have said yesterday. You plan for failures that might never come. Your body reacts as if every imagined scenario is real. Heart racing, chest tight, shoulders stiff. Your mind convinces you that everything depends on your foresight, your vigilance, your ability to anticipate every single outcome, and you call this responsibility. But it is not responsibility, it is surrender. 2,000 years ago, Seneca warned about this specific kind of slavery, internal captivity, handing your peace over to outcomes, opinions, and circumstances outside your control. That's the real trap. Look closely at your anxiety. It spikes when you cannot predict the next moment. It intensifies when people act unpredictably. It explodes when reality ignores your plans. You are not afraid of events. You are afraid of losing control. That fear is running your life, and until you admit it, nothing changes. The addiction to certainty. You think you want peace. You actually want certainty. Guarantees that your effort will pay off, that people will stay, that your plans will succeed, that tomorrow will reward your anxiety today. And when life refuses to sign that contract, panic strikes. This is the hidden addiction. Control feels like safety. Prediction feels like protection. But the more you try to dominate every outcome, the more fragile you become. Your mood rises and falls with others. Your confidence depends on validation. Your stability collapses when timing fails. You refresh your inbox again. You reread the same message. You replay the conversation in your head. You analyze tone. You interpret hidden meanings. Not because the situation demands it, because your mind is desperate for certainty. The world will never give you enough certainty to calm a mind addicted to control. The more you demand control, the more chaos you perceive. Every variable outside you becomes a threat, and every time you try to manipulate it, you exhaust your energy, erode your peace, and feed the very fear you are trying to escape. The question is no longer how to control more. The question is, where does control actually begin? Drawing the line that opinions, other people's choices, timing, events. Every attempt to hold them tight drains energy and steals peace. On the other side is yours, your judgment, your effort, your decisions, your response. Everything else is a distraction, a drain, a trap. Most people negotiate with what is not theirs. They beg reality to cooperate. They attempt to bend outcomes with anxiety, guilt, or manipulation. Ask yourself in every tension, what is fully mine here? Not partially, not maybe, fully mine. That simple question redraws the boundary. The same message no longer triggers panic. The same rejection no longer defines your worth. The same uncertainty no longer feels like a threat. Micro shifts like this feel small, but they compound. Every application strengthens your internal authority. Every pause, every deliberate response, every recognition of what is yours and what is not, builds an unshakable center. Freedom begins quietly, imperceptibly, but powerfully. And once you see where your authority begins, chaos starts losing control over you. Emotions are signals, not commanders. Your mind treats uncertainty like danger. Every delay, every criticism, every unanswered message triggers alarms. But urgency does not equal truth. Your emotions are signals, not commanders. Thought triggers sensation. Sensation confirms thought. Thought escalates. Most obey this loop blindly. Epictetus said centuries ago, "We are disturbed not by events, but by our judgments." Not philosophy. Survival manual. Pause. Observe. Act deliberately. Transform emotion into information, not a dictator. Every micro decision is a test. Do you react to the alarm or do you step back and assess? In that space between impulse and response, power quietly reappears. The storms outside rage, but inside, you govern. Every time you resist the reflex, you reclaim a fragment of authority you didn't know was lost. This is how mastery begins, one deliberate choice after another, until the mind itself becomes the battlefield you control. The mastery of inner authority. Life will never stop presenting uncertainty, chaos, and disruption. People will disappoint you, plans will fail, the world will ignore your expectations. But you are no longer a passenger, you no longer surrender your peace to what was never yours. You have drawn the line, you have recognized where control begins and ends. You have accepted reality without negotiating with it. This is mastery, quiet, relentless mastery, not easier life, not comfort, but a mind that operates differently in the same world. You stop chasing reassurance, stop rehearsing disasters. Respond with reason, direct your energy with precision. Now, the choice is yours. Will you remain a hostage to every circumstance, or reclaim authority over your internal world? Step into this discipline. Apply it relentlessly. Witness your transformation. Never surrender your peace again. Seneca warned 2,000 years ago. Few listened. Today, you have a choice. This is not philosophy. This is power, and it is yours to take. Subscribe, commit, and take it.